I want to thank everybody for coming out today. And as a former student athlete at UNM, I just bleed Lobo red in the first place, and I just love my university. I love the athletic department at the university. I love what our coaches are doing and what Paul Krebs and the University of New Mexico are doing with our athletics here. It's a sense of pride for us as a community, and certainly for me as a Lobo alumnus and as the mayor and as a citizen of our city. And today we have a particular celebration, and we're honoring these young ladies and Coach Franklin that are behind me. And particularly we're honoring these young women that are with me today because these, ladies and gentlemen, are your national champion cross-country team from 2016, and they're our Lobos. So when these ladies won the national championship, not only was it a great sense of pride for our community, but we wanted to make sure that we had an opportunity to let these young ladies be an inspiration to other young women and other people in our community. And that's why we're here today. I got a phone call almost right after you won the national championship, Coach, where from City Councilor Brad Winter. And Brad couldn't be here today because, as you know, he's your Secretary of State as well. And he had a meeting in Santa Fe today that came up at the last minute that he couldn't miss. So he, number one, sends his congratulations to each and every one of you, Coach, you included. And he was really the driver. He called me and said, Mayor, what do you think we can do for these young ladies to honor them? And the short answer is we thought one of the best things we could do is come out here where these women train. And Coach is going to talk about this trail that we have here next to the Bosque and where they're training, and do something so that everybody, the thousands of people a month that walk by, that bicycle by, that run by here, have an opportunity to see this monument and know that we are the home of champions, and that being a champion is a whole lot about hard work. It's pretty glamorous when you win, but it's hours after hour after hour of getting out there, and it's about sweat and blisters and sore muscles and everything else that goes with it. So this is really a monument to their dedication as well. That's about all I have to say, but I also want to say a couple of things. With us today, on this team, they're all national champions, but one of the things that I'm proud of as a former Lobo athlete is that academics are really important to the Lobos. And I know they are to Coach Franklin as well. And two of our runners were actually named first-team academic All-Americans. Alice Wright, who is right back here in the blue shirt. The only one that didn't wear a Lobo shirt today. Oh, it does say on the back. But also Alice was second in the NCAA in the 10,000 meters. So she's an amazing athlete. And also Sophie Connor was an academic All-American. So thank you so much for what you did as well. And we also want a little shout out to Courtney Frerichs. She couldn't be here today, but I know, like the rest of us, we enjoyed watching her in the 3,000 meter steeplechase. I watched that race live when I was on vacation, and I think she got 11th, Coach?
That's correct, yeah.
Tough race. American got second, actually, right? Mm-hmm. In that race. And so I know that's a race where you mature a little bit later in time, so I know she's got a really bright future. Anyway, we're really proud of our Lobo women cross-country team. I want to have Councilor Sanchez say a few words, and we really want to hear from Coach, and then we're going to unveil this great monument to these great ladies. So, Coach, I'm sure you coached something somewhere.
Thanks, Mayor. What a great honor to be here today. And when I looked at the motto of the team when they were at the national championship, it said, "Expect nothing and achieve everything." And that's exactly what they did. They are true champions, and they are New Mexico's national champions. And these things, as the mayor said, do not come easily. It's a tremendous amount of work, and this work has gone on for many, many years. And I was looking at the results, and it was back in 1982 that a team did as well as New Mexico. So it was 33 years ago that this happened, where a team did as well as the Lady Lobos. But you've inspired so many of us, and when they look at this plaque, people that are driving down this trailway or walking down will be inspired. And hopefully in the future we will see many more New Mexicans and Albuquerqueans that will be future Lady Lobos. But again, Coach Franklin, I want to thank you for your hard work. There are coaches like John Wooden and Pat Summit whose names will live on forever. This is your first national championship, and I know it will not be his last. He's an incredible coach, and he's truly inspired each and every one of these Lady Lobos. And thank you for your work and your commitment and your leadership. And again, the academics are so vitally important. We've got 2 All-American academics, And we've got 5 All-Americans. I think the first 5 finishers in this event are also All-Americans because they finished within the top 25. But again, Coach, I know that this will not be the first. It will not be the last. And I expect many more championships from the track and field team and the Lady Lobos. And again, we have Courtney, who could not be here today, unfortunately, but she also was a national champion in the steeplechase. And I did have a chance to watch her compete in the Olympics, and that was very exciting. But cross country is a team sport. One individual cannot do it alone. And this really exemplifies what the team spirit is and the team sport. And again, you've made New Mexico proud and you've made Albuquerque proud. I've got a granddaughter that also plays D1 basketball at Fairleigh Dickinson, and they play the Lady Lobos the first game this season. And I've got to wear a Fairleigh Dickinson shirt for that game because it's a granddaughter. But again, I love the Lobos, I love the Lady Lobos, and this team has really inspired me and I think a lot of people here in New Mexico. Thank you.
Coach, come on up, man. Let me say a couple things before I tee it up for Coach here.
Oh, great.
I mean, listen, as a young man, as a student athlete, my coach has meant everything to me. I mean, these coaches, they're your parents away from home. They're your counselor away from home. They're your coach. They're the person that yells at you when you need to get yelled at for good reason. But they're really mentors. They're not just about how many intervals you're going to run or how many, what your workout looks like today. These are role models as well, and Coach has done a great job of that, as well as being just a wonderfully talented technical coach. And of course, to get a world-class group of athletes like this, you have to be a world-class recruiter. To be a world-class recruiter, you have to be a winner. So, Coach, you're all of those things, and I'm proud to call you a Lobo. And let's tee it up for the ladies here, and then we'll get this thing unwound.
Well, this is a very special day. We've been coming out here for years and years and years, and we're literally out here all the time. This Friday will be the first time the 2016 team steps foot on this trail. This is where it all starts every year. And we'll be here 2 or 3 times a week on this trail, either on the north side or the south side. Every Friday, barring weather, we're here. This trail is the home of the University of New Mexico cross country. There's hours and hours spent here, and for the city to do what they did and honor these young women is incredibly special. I was just talking to them on the way down here. You're going to be able to bring your grandkids here. This is never going away. This is here forever. And what they did, we talk about searing into their minds a moment. Not only is it seared into their minds, but they'll always be able to come back and reflect. And for the city to do this, to honor the women, is quite an honor, and we thank you. This year's team is going to be very good. Hopefully we'll be able to add some more boulders here in the future. But it's a great group of women, and these women, you can't do it alone. You have to use each other. You have to help each other. And the nice thing about this national championship, every time one of the women crossed the line, they immediately turned around to look for their team. We wear turquoise like Alice is wearing right now. We wear turquoise at national championships. We wear that to honor the state of New Mexico. We don't wear it as a throwback. We don't wear it as anything else. You have to earn the right to wear turquoise on our team. And when we wear turquoise, we're going out and we're going to try to give the best we possibly can. None of this could happen without Jimmy and Laura back there. It's a combined group effort with these men and women. And Jimmy and Laura are the assistant coaches, and they are literally my right and left hand. I'm somewhere in the middle. But they do an incredible job, and none of this could happen without them. It got to the point at the national championship where everything was going really well, and I get all stressed out, and I tell Laura the night before the race, just make sure they overcook the chicken and overcook the shrimp because we don't want food poisoning. But these women did a great job, and congratulations to you.
That's awesome.
Thank you very much.
Hey, Coach, congratulations. And I know there's many more to come as well. These national championships is rarefied air, so I won't put you on the spot, but I know you're going to be a highly successful program. And I was telling the ladies, I was lucky enough, I was on the airplane with this team on the way to Chicago for their first cross country meet of the year last year. You ran at Notre Dame, I believe.
Yep.
And so I'm at the airport, and boy, when you're at the airport and the Lobos come strolling through in the gear, big sense of pride.
It is
for our community. So, do you have any of the ladies want to say anything at all?
Alice is going to come up.
Alice, come on up.
Yeah.
There you go.
The
That's
stage is yours.
We just want to say thank you so much for this. It means a lot to us, and yeah, will definitely inspire us in that last kind of 250 of our tempos.
You'll get to see it every day for the rest of your life.
Yeah. So thank you.
Thanks a lot. 2, 3. All right. Look at that.